Hello, and welcome to a very special edition of It's Just Me, hosted by Brent Fox. This is probably going to be more like a short than it would be like a long form video. Obviously, I'm moving around here. I'm in a parking garage, and I'm on a time crunch. So, you'll just have to excuse the condensed content. All right, so, of course, I am here because my Pittsburgh Steelers are playing the Cincinnati Bengals tonight. Of course, on Amazon Prime, 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. Now, they're in Cincinnati. My Steelers obviously do not have a very good history playing in divisional games and away from home. On top of that, I don't think we won a divisional game, away from home on a Thursday night. So, bad sign. What is a good sign is this year's Steelers actually have stability, if nothing else, at quarterback. Yes, I am actually giving Aaron Rodgers praise. So for right now, it appears as though Mr. Rodgers is actually guiding the Steelers to a respectable, I believe, 4-1 record. Now, we also have variables that could help us win, like the Cincinnati Bengals defense. I'm not sure whether or not I'm not sure if Trey is actually playing tonight, and Trey is like their version of TJ Watt. So if he's not playing, then yeah, Trey Hendrickson. I'm sorry, if he's not playing, who is a premier pass rusher and also he is actually pretty good stopping the run. It's just that his teammates are not very consistent doing so, and it makes everybody look bad. But needless to say, if Trey Hendrickson is not playing, then we need to be able to have or orient the same ball control offense that we did this Sunday against the Cleveland Browns. So if we're able to do that and keep the time of possession in our favor and make Joe Flacco, and yes, as crazy as it sounds, make Joe Flacco actually have to consistently throw it, because he is also 40, I believe. He's in the 40 club. If we consistently make him throw it, there's more opportunities for sacks and turnovers. So as long as we are able to keep Joe Flacco throwing, and yes, it is a dangerous gamble because you also have Jamar Chase, and then you have oh my God, I just went blank on my boy, because I know that at one point we was actually looking at picking him up. Dang, I just went blank on him. I'm so sorry. T. Higgins, I owe you an apology. I'm so sorry, brother. I just went blank for a second, but yes, Jamar Chase and T. Higgins are the NFL's most dangerous duo at receiver. So, yes, you take a huge risk with Joe Flacco actually consistently passing. The reason that I would probably want, again, Joe Flacco to pass is because if you're passing consistently, that means that you either cannot establish a running game, or more importantly, you're actually behind on the scoreboard and you need to throw to try to get scores in quickly. So, that being said, again, if we're able to have Joe Flacco pass as many times as possible and not get Chase Brown involved in the run. Now, the passing game, they may throw screens to him. He may receive some passes in the flat or bubble routes, things of that nature. That's all well and good as long as we're able to tackle the catch. And what that basically means is that if he catches a ball, he needs to go on the ground. And I think that's going to take a team effort, and I think that we've done very well as far as surrounding the football once it's actually in a ball carrier's hands. So, as long as we're fundamentally sound, we don't commit any stupid penalties, and of course, that basically means Joey Porter Jr. does not get too handsy and get pass interference penalties. We should be good. Now, offensively, if we are able to maintain the same running game that we've actually had with and against Minnesota and also against Cleveland, then we should be fine. And again, you want Joe Flacco to try to throw the ball at least 38 to at least 40 times. All right. Again, that gives opportunities for turnovers and sacks. So you definitely want, as dangerous as it sounds, yes, there's a huge risk with T. Higgins, and yes, there's a huge risk with Jamar Chase. But again, the more times that you actually pass it, the more exposure you get for sacks and turnovers. Very important, very important. So if we're able to get that done, our chances of winning are a lot better. Oh, Lord. Sorry, y'all. Technical difficulties. Well, that means I got to probably wrap it up. Anyway, our chances are a lot better if we're able just to go ahead and rush the passer and then are able to run the ball effectively, or even do like dinks and dunks down the field like a New England Patriots offense or West Coast offense to keep the time of possession running. That way, again, you have a situation to where you're relying on a 40-year-old quarterback to throw the ball 30 plus or possibly 40 plus times to try to get you back into the game. So, again, if we are able to effectively keep time of possession as a determining factor, and if we're able to make sure that we avoid penalties, because there are going to be some opportunities Cincinnati gives us that if we're disciplined and not receiving any penalties on, it could actually help us win. Now, for example, again, no pass interference penalties, and then no defensive. Oh my God! Oh, okay. I'm sorry. It paused. I received like a spam call, and I thought they knocked the video out. Okay, so we're back to business now. Okay, so of course my prediction is still going to be that unfortunately the Cincinnati Bengals will probably still win this game due to our history with Thursday nights and divisional opponents away from home. Until that's actually proven differently, I have to go with what has actually happened. Now, if we're able to change that, great. I would love to come on here and apologize. And speaking of such, let me make sure that I do this. Broderick Jones, great game on Sunday against Cleveland. There were no sacks. I don't think that you allowed a pressure. I could be wrong, but I don't think that you actually allowed a pressure. So, again, shouts out to Broderick Jones and the offensive line for doing a great job Sunday against the Cleveland Browns. That defensive front was highly ranked, and it was a big task to make sure that they were neutralized. I do not want that to go unappreciated. So, again, Broderick Jones, great game. I'm going to keep celebrating you as long as you don't screw up. As long as you have even a solid performance, man. It wasn't a spectacular performance, but at least it was a solid one, and I will give you props for that, brother. So Broderick Jones and the offensive line, y'all keep up the good work. And again, if I'm going to be critical, I also need to make sure that I'm actually giving you praise when things go right. So, also, what I want to make sure that I touch on before I get out of here is the turf situation at Acrisure Stadium. Acrisure, ironically, is an insurance company. And the reason that I'm bringing that up is because our special teams captain, Miles Killebrew, suffered a season-ending injury. Man, hooked on phonics. He suffered a season-ending injury on the field, and it may be determined that was due to the field surface. So I find it very, very ironic that an insurance and brokerage investment company would not be able to keep the field or maintain the field the way that it should be. Honestly, I would actually look for a lawsuit from Miles Killebrew to Acrisure, who actually owns the stadium. So, again, that could be actually in the works. I would also probably, I don't know what Acrisure would probably have up their sleeve, but I'm sure that there's probably going to be some clause that the Steelers may need to sign over as far as a waiver or a disclaimer that you play at your own risk on Acrisure Stadium, if that hasn't actually been done already. So again, this could go one of two ways. There's already been like a disclaimer or something protecting Acrisure in case something like this happens, or look for Miles Killebrew to actually file a lawsuit on Acrisure, which I find it real funny that they're an insurance company and did not prepare effectively for this. Go figure. All right, well, at any rate, that is my time. Thank you all so much for tuning in to It's Just Me, hosted by Brent Fox. And I'll do a Here We Go Steelers to end the show. Here we go, Steelers.